it's not an easy thing to do, but setting boundaries in life is necessary. And our next guest says putting down boundaries with our kids and kids in our lives, that's important too. In fact, saying gentle no's to kids can not only help your own mental health, but it can strengthen your bond and empower those kids too. Vivian Meraki, who's a parenting expert and author of Parenting Through Divorce, joins me now with more on this. Great to have you.
It's so good to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so as a parent, we know there's a lot of pressure to have happy kids, to have happy lives, and to please our children. And I think my generation in particular has fallen into this trap of trying to be like the perfect parent and not setting boundaries well. So set us up. Why is it important to set those boundaries?
Yeah, so I think first of all, perfection, pressure, all of those are very real right now. And boundaries are actually a really great way to ease off of perfection, ease off of pressure. Parents are under pressure to be perfect, but the thing is that I try to say to a lot of my parents is you don't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Children don't need to learn perfection and more of that pressure from us. Instead, what they need most is our presence. And part of boundary setting is actually teaching them that we matter too. It's modeling for them that we can say no to the things that aren't right for us, say yes to the things that are, and help them to thrive into the future.
I love that. We have a society that is very much a participation ribbon society where everybody wins. And in everybody winning, there's not a lot of boundaries being set. And sometimes it's okay to say no. You might be sitting at home thinking, well, why don't you just say no? It's not as easy as that. So what does that look like? How do we say no?
Yes, so I think something that comes up for parents for younger children is body boundaries. So we all have had that experience where our kids are on us and we just feel like, I wish I could get off, you know, and have a little bit of time for myself. And in those moments, something that we can gently say with our children is, right now, my body needs a little bit of space. I love you, I want to have a hug later, but just give me a minute, mama space, and then we'll re-engage. Another option is also time and space. So, you know, we might be having a bad day. We might need a moment to recenter. And in those moments, we can do the same thing. It's like, I'm having a hard time right now. I just need a minute to process, just like you processed your big feelings. I'm gonna process my big feelings, and then I'm gonna have this conversation with you after.
Vivian, what would you say to someone who hears that and thinks, why do I need to give them that explanation? Why can't I just say no? Why can't I just be firm about it? What would you say to that?
That's a really great question. So the thing is that when we're not well, our children notice and they pick up on those signs. And children don't know how to associate it with something external to them. They make a conclusion that there must be something wrong with me. And so what we want to do is, instead of having them fill the vacuum, we fill the vacuum. So we tell them, I'm not good. It has nothing to do with you. It's actually that's something that I need to deal with. And that's why we want to explain it to them.
God, that simple shift just like resets an entire lifetime of that child, then not having to work through all of that as they become older. So what happens when no doesn't work? There are a lot of times you say no, you even use that gentle language with children, and it just doesn't work. What do you do then?
So oftentimes the reason it's not working is because our children are so activated themselves. Their nervous system is in fight or flight mode. And in those moments, often what I suggest to parents is, number one, just give it a break. Give them the 60 to 90 seconds. And the reason we do that is because we want their nervous system that's flooded with all the neurotransmitters saying that they're not safe to just flush it out and then take, you know, have that time to come back down, and then we can re-engage. So that's number one. Number two, we engage with the senses. So something that I do with my children is I either will go in and give them a really tight hug to trigger the sympathetic nervous system, or I help suggest and walk them through the deep breathing exercises. Take a deeper breath, let's lengthen the exhale, and that can help to de-escalate. And then they come back into that mode where we're not going through the brain, because the brain is really not online at that time. It's through the body. So we help them reset through the body. And then at that point, we acknowledge their feelings. It looks like a really big thing that you're experiencing right now. I understand that this is really hard, but I will be a better mom with you, and I'll have a better conversation or engagement if I have a little bit of space. And then we restate the boundary again, very gently.
I'm hearing all of these tips, and I'm like, you know what? These also apply to adults. It absolutely does. We can use them with each other. Vivian, thank you so much for this. This was great.
My pleasure.
We will be right back.